Okay, we are live, we are live. G'day everybody, we're live on Facebook. All right, one moment. Okay, here we go. Day 3 of my left-handed practice sessions. I've been trying to rehabilitate my right hand, and basically the doctors have just told me to have 10 minutes, just sort of, move your fingers a little bit, keep them working. Now, everybody on Facebook knows all about this and what happened, but I don't think that Instagram and YouTube got the full scoop. So let me just fill you in just quickly on what happened with my injury, because I noticed a few comments wondering what the hell happened. So bear with me, Facebook, while I get through this. So on the 10th of March, I had a gig that I'm doing, and I had a lot to get ready, and I was in quite a hurry, and I've rushed into my room. In my arms, I'm carrying like my life's work of hard drives, and I've rushed into my room and I've tripped over something. I could feel myself bloody flying sideways, and so I try to save my hard drives, and I toss them over to my desk, and I brace for impact, and my whole arm went through the window, and I'm very lucky to have my arm. I'm getting a little back, as you can see, with fairly minimal pain, so I am sort of gradually getting movement back in there, but yeah, it was pretty hectic, left a bit of a scar. So yeah, not something I'll forget in a hurry, but I'm just making sure that I get in some rehab for my hand, and then just resting it at the proper intervals. And I'm just going to stick it in the sling now while I get into some left hand training. But yeah, in general, my hand, it's improving. I was having a fair few shocking pains coming from my elbow, kind of like felt like nerve pain, like electric shocks. Was pretty agony. And coming from my shoulder, that's all dissipated quite a bit. The wounds are healing up well now. Considering there was over 50 stitches, where it's come to from where it was is looking pretty good. So it's slowly recovering. Still a bit of pain, but I'm regaining movement, and no vital areas hit, no tendons hit, no muscles hit somehow. So I'm very lucky. But anyway, let's get into it and go through some left hand improv. feels good to get that left hand moving. I'm going to keep it going. Okay, cool. Well, just putting together some different left-hand patterns that I can use to sort of try to, play a triangle here, a shape here, a circle here, and juggle something else. I'm just going to step behind the scenes and make sure that everything is live streamed correctly and we don't have any connection issues. Okay, looking good on YouTube. Awesome. And we are live on Instagram. That's working. Good, everybody. And Facebook is up and running nicely. Amazing. I like it when things go right. It's really nice. Okay, well, it's about 15 minutes. I'll stretch my hand a little bit. Just trying to regain the function. Everything's gotten pretty stiff in there. It's been about 2 weeks since the accident. But yeah, a heck of a lot of pain. It's a pretty horrific set of gashes. Yeah. Yeah, the scar's quite something else. This jagged just goes all over the shop. That's like something you'd see on like Joker or something. He's like, that's sick. I'm like, oh, thanks, Dad. Yeah, that's sick. Yeah, that's a few more to add to the collection. Okay, well, throughout this process, I may end up, starting to play a few keys with my right hand and just slowly getting back the sensation. But I don't want to push it. I'm just doing the bare minimum rehab just to get it going, and then I'm just resting it and doing all the healthy things. And in the meantime, just practicing up with this powerhouse with a set of fingers that I have to turn into a two-hand melody. Let's try that. I wonder what could be interesting to do. It's really interesting when you've got the sustain pedal. You can play like this and sustain it, and all the notes hold. So you can make this really big sound with one hand. But if you don't have the sustain, this is what it sounds like. Yeah. So probably the biggest challenge that you could face as a piano player would be to play without sustain with your left hand and still put on a show. And that's what I'm going to attempt to do. We'll see how it goes. Because when there's no sustain, absolutely everything is heard. Like every little mistake is just there. There is no hiding anything. So kind of like playing basics in a video game, I suppose. No armor. I'm going to check my accuracy levels and do some training with the left hand with no sustain pedal. Alright, well, that was a bit of fun. I might just work on some drills. This section is going to be full of mistakes because I'm trying to break into new territory. Alright, finally got it. I made one mistake in form, but I got all of the notes accurately. Okay, well, I probably need to do that another 1,000 times, but I'm going to move on to something else. Might need to get myself a drink of water. I'll be right back. G'day folks, I'm just behind the cameras on Instagram, a few people watching. I've always had a fear of injury stopping me from playing. I love that you're not letting it stop you. Yeah, thanks for that. Yeah, a bit depressed about it for a while, but I just thought, keep playing. I'm not sure if I would have done this had the accident not happened. Alright, well, I'm going to keep up with some training. You know, that's how essential these basic rudiments are to your playing. Like if you can master all those scales, then when you want to throw it into a song with a bit of sustain in the background or something, sounds beautiful. And if you can actually really work on all the arpeggios and everything, when you go to do a roll and you add the chord, it sounds so nice. Yeah, it's music, but when you're practicing, it's not really music, it's just... And because it's repetitive, it can be sort of seen as boring and a bit whatever. But if you really master those rudiments, then you can play really amazing music, because everything's super clean when you do. So that's what I'm aiming for. So I'm going to spend some time practicing arpeggios. My going up is much better than my going down. I go up in arpeggios really easily. the going down. It's a little clunky. Some accents not supposed to be accented. Anyway, there are many parts of my and I'm trying to improve. Just working on one thing at a time. When you manage to incorporate these elements into a song, it sounds so beautiful. Right, I'm just going to check the cameras real quick. Okay, awesome, it's working. Fantastic. I've got another comment on Instagram. I've even practiced learning songs blindfold just in case I somehow lose my eyesight one day. I've done that too. I know it's unlikely, but I want to be prepared for anything. The arpeggios are still awesome too. Nice job. Thanks, man. Yeah. Alright, well, I'm going to get back into it. 20 minutes, and then I'm out of here. Where's that drink? Right, well, I'm just going to have a drink, and then I am going to put all of those arpeggios and scales and micro scales and all that kind of stuff into a song. Now, when you play music, you don't necessarily just and like exact scales and arpeggios, but you always use elements of that, and you might upgrade your arpeggios and add a few extra grace notes in there and whatever. But knowing the rudiments anyway, sometimes you do just want to do a perfect arpeggio and scale, really hone that in. It sounds amazing. I even hear a lot of rock musicians and they play, and you can tell they're a bit rough because they just haven't spent hours and hours and hours going over every little detail. But you can really notice when a musician plays and their arpeggios are just perfect. Right, let's incorporate these elements, arpeggios and scales and a micro, that scale. Yeah, pretty cool to see what happens when you combine those elements just with basic rudiments. And you can really create magic if you do all the simple things well. I think what I'll spend the rest of my um, I've been sort of doing it a bit for the last couple of days. It's sort of a Mozart feel where it's got a in the left hand and then some kind of a melody in the right hand. Let's just say. I don't know, something. And then you just put it together with one hand. Yeah, something like that. So I'm just going to try to get a bit more accurate with that, creating tunes with my thumb and this finger and other fingers while I keep this as consistent as possible. Oof. That's hard on the left hand. Yeah, you've got to train your digits to just be individual items. Like normally you'll be playing an accompaniment with each other in the left hand. The right hand does the melody. So when you try to split that, it creates muscles in places you never knew you had. Okay. All right, time for an improv. All right. All right, all right. Well, that was quite the practice session. I might end it there. Let's go and check a few comments. Okay. It's getting quite late. This is on Instagram. It's getting quite late here in Canada, so it won't be much on much longer. But want to wish you the best of luck in recovering, Chuka. You've got this. Thanks for that. Really appreciate it. Yeah, cheers. All right. Well, very good. Oh, I almost forgot. We'll do a little warm down, a little 2-minute warm down. Yes, finally got it. The D major scale. Don't know why I'm having so much trouble with it. Probably need to go over it another 1,000 times. Okay, awesome. Hope you enjoy the session, and I'll see you again. I'm going to end the YouTube live stream now.